on some shit. Finesse in the flip, they're trying to get rich. I'm on a mission, Stevie Wonder with the drip. You ain't seen nothing like this. Targets get hit, get live like it's Twitch. You don't want problems like this. Subtract anybody, I body anybody who's subbing and that in my clique. I'm on some shit. Come with this up for your bitch. No, I got time for my ex. Still with the game, she ain't wanna learn new trick. I'm too slick. Put on my chin like I'm Rick. It's apparent, no parent, I'm one of a kind. Can't find no one iller than this. I'm on some shit. She want me love, but I hit it already. Shorty just chill, text me. I'm in the field, messy. Flying off, about to land like a heli. Plug talk, he be hitting my celly. 150s off 10s and 20s. Missing Miyagi, I'm good with it. I'm on some shit. Finesse in the flip, that trying to get rich. I'm on a mission, Stevie Wonder with the drip. You ain't seen nothing like this. Targets get hit, get live like it's Twitch. You don't want problems like this. Subtract anybody, I body anybody who's subbing and that in my clique. I'm on some shit.
Big nigga, only big packs. Loudest niggas in the room. Be the first to get they wig clap. I just be bringing this shit back. Whole gas won't slow up. You know me, then you know what's spin through with my soldiers. We probably do you the coldest. Had a plan for a long time. Niggas talking like they want mine. Guess they forgot about wartime. Shorty, she wanna coast now. I keep her soaked now. Taking the throat down. She wanna fuck like a pro now. She fell in love with the dope sound. Came up on some trap shit. In the jacks, doing backflips, flipping on the.
I drop on like it's a warfare. Free my niggas till they all here. Kobe Bryant with the ball head. I'm a ball to the coffin. Same team, nigga, oh yeah. They don't respect me cause they all scared. And they don't love me cause they all fear. But count my money.
Hello. Trendsetter! Welcome back to another episode of Unpopular Opinion. My name is Nigel Low5 Naheem. With me always, Trendsetter with the music.
Yo. Wow.
And we got A-High Do or Die.
Do or die is what you call it, you feel me?
Man, do or die. You almost got caught lacking. No. For those of you who don't know, Austin survived COVID-19. How was your experience? What did you go through?
My white blood cells was not with it, you feel me? It was like COVID-19, like. But to be honest, I don't know exactly when I caught it, but based on who else caught it, I'm not gonna put the information out there. But based on who else caught it, I didn't feel no symptoms till basically I caught it probably around Thursday, and I didn't feel nothing till basically Monday, the following Monday. And that following Monday, I had tightness in my chest for the whole day. And then Tuesday and Wednesday, I had body aches for the whole day. Sore throat, pause. And then Thursday, I lost my sense of smell. And then after that, I was cool. You know, so I took the COVID test, and they told me I was positive.
Wait, this is recently.
This is recently. I mean, like recently, like my 10-day what's it called, quarantine was over last Thursday. That's how recently. Like I just got out the quarantine. You know what I'm saying? Like just recently.
I'm vaccinated, so I don't. As long as you okay, I'm okay. I'm vaccinated.
You can still get it. The COVID still don't care.
But Nigel, you can still catch that.
You can still catch that.
That is true. It's just that people that are vaccinated, let's clarify for the airwaves. People that are vaccinated, they won't get sick. So when, let's say, if I go outside and I meet, I don't know, Brian McGrady, random name, and he has COVID and he's, invading my personal space, yeah, he can give it to me, but since I'm vaccinated, my body has already got the antibodies so that I won't show any symptoms. I won't cough or fucked up taste or smell. I will have it, but I just won't know that I have it. So yeah, I still can catch it, and I still can give it to other people in that 10 to 14 day span. That is true.
So Austin just had it. He didn't have to trick his body. His body did what it was supposed to do.
Correct.
Does he need the vaccine if his body is capable?
Technically, I don't know. I don't know if you was, because I know people that has had it and now that they had, they got over it, but they still got vaccinated. So I don't know. Like, I know a few people was able to catch it twice, but
that's like wearing 2 condoms.
if you want to put it like that, I guess so.
Also, Trev, to dig into your point, I don't want to sound like I'm insensitive to anybody who caught COVID. RIP to anybody who also caught it and wasn't able to fight it like I was. You know what I'm saying? But also, just to more to your point, I caught it and I fought it, and Nigel just told us he got the vaccine and can still catch it and not have symptoms. Which means he can go outside, not know he have it, and possibly give it to somebody else.
Correct.
Or am I wrong?
Correct. It doesn't prevent me from not actually catching. I could have already had it. I don't know. I've been vaccinated for. I don't know. I wasn't first in line, baby. I was first in line. Give me that shot. I was first in line, so it's possible that I could have already had it. I just don't know.
I got one question for you, Nigel. What's in the vaccine?
I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I don't be like, oh, this has sodium in it.
Just
all right, no. Hold on.
I believe it's called mRNA or something like that. Something along those.
Okay. You got a lot further than most people I ask this question.
Yeah, it's
you at least get. You at least get.
Because I've seen them talk about it so many times leading up to it. So it's something like mRNA where they like compile shit that makes your body feel that you already got some shit. Blah, blah, blah.
Because I asked somebody this question too. So I'm going to ask you the following question. I just want to know people's perspective. Because my perspective on it, I will say, I don't know what's in it. And it makes me curious that I don't know.
Okay, but before you ask your question, do you know what's in the flu shot? Put your little hand down, all right?
I thought the flu was in the flu shot.
But that's the thing. How many normal people, everyday people be like, oh, I know what's in that vaccine. I got that vaccine last 5 years ago, 2 years ago.
Nope.
No one. So now that everyone don't know, oh, what's in the COVID shit now?
No.
Wait.
Go ahead, Trev.
Look, I don't like the doctor. I got many reasons why I don't trust them in particular. Personally, things that I've experienced, people in my family that have experienced. You know what I'm saying? And you leave your hands in the fate of the doctor. And sometimes their best interest is to hurt the black community. I say that. I feel like a lot of times black people go into medical care and either leave worse than what they came in, or they don't make it out at all. You know? So sometimes I second guess what's being handed to me. Like, yo, you need this. And I'm like, do I really? Like, I give you one scenario when I was younger, right? I think like before you go to the doctor or whatever, they tell you don't eat nothing so they can like do your blood or whatever. I ate one time. I was hungry. I might have had a bacon, egg, and cheese. I don't know. I was young. I went. Results came back. They like, yo, little homie got high blood pressure, cholesterol, like they might as well have said diabetes. They said everything was high. I'm sitting there, I'm bugging like, I mean, I'm not really bugging because I'm a kid. I don't really understand it. So I'm like, yo, I thought I was just healthy the last time I went to the doctor. How did I just drastically get unhealthy? And the only reason was because I ate that sandwich before they took my result. So the next time I go to my result, they're like, oh, yeah, it must have been like a mistake because blah, 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 blah. That's one reason from a very young child as to why I always second guess them. All right? That's one. Two, you said you're not a doctor, so you don't know what's in it. So you would trust that the doctor is giving you true information.
I would trust.
Take that risk.
Yeah, because that's his profession. First of all, he should know what he's giving. You know, his patients. That's his profession. He's a doctor. He's a doctor.
Now, somebody whose profession is who's a law enforcer and they kill a black man, Where was the trust?
Those situations,
So you
are
put-
those
you put
situations
your
are different. Those situations are different. Yeah,
Oh, it's different now.
it is. It is.
You put your trust into a professional. And
A
they shit on black people
doctor
all the
though.
time.
Cops ain't doctors. Cops ain't doctors.
Time out.
They not doctors. They not
Time out.
doctors. They
Wait,
can't say they are.
Wait, before you say something, don't doctors also in the hospital have deals with the pharmacy who tell you to get on certain pills who will also give you certain side effects that will make you get on more pills as you further go down the road.
I'm gonna alley-oop that, Austin. I just caught that, Blake Griffin. Look, hold up.
Oh,
I'm with my girl, and we in Target. She's looking for allergy medicine, and she's like, "Oh, I'm trying to find the one that's non-drowsy. This is the drowsy version." Why would they put a version on the shelf that makes you drowsy if there's one that don't make you drowsy?
Because maybe the drowsy,
some people like being drowsy, right? Okay.
no, but maybe the one that makes you drowsy maybe it helps more. Maybe it's better. Like maybe it will calm down the symptoms more significantly than the ones that can't. We don't know. You don't know, but you don't know. You don't know.
Have you not seen some of the commercials? They be like, "Oh,
Side effects are heart disease,
yo,
bleeding from your rectum, like all types of crazy." You sitting there like, nah, whoa. And it be, I never heard of these medicines. I never heard of them.
But back to the main point, all vaccines usually carry the actual like virus in them.
But
They say this one.
I don't believe Pfizer. I don't know about Johnson & Johnson. You see, recently they came up, blood clot, bomber clot, whatever. You know what I mean? But I don't know about Johnson & Johnson, but I'm pretty sure Pfizer does not. I'm pretty sure.
First and foremost,
quote me if I'm wrong.
I had Johnson & Johnson. I think shampoo. What you doing making
baby soap? Yeah, baby soap.
Baby soap. You out here making vaccine? Who's the professionals, Nigel?
Hey, they doctors.
The dudes making shampoo.
Dudes making shampoo is making the vaccine.
So honestly,
That is crazy when you think about it.
I'm not anti-vaccine. I'm not saying I don't go outside and whatever you want to do it. Like you know, like if you could use your own greater judgment and say, this is a validated source. I believe in the credentials. I'm gonna do this. Go for it. I ain't gonna stop you. But me personally, I just wouldn't put it in my body unless I know what it is. And nobody has been able to give me a clear example of what it is yet.
I mean,
but that goes to my point, though. What other vaccines have you took as a child, or even now that you'd be like, I need to see what Shannon's before I take it.
But wait,
how many times does the average person do that? Never.
I do that.
Not often, bro. I'm not saying you, but not everyone does it often. So that's not valid.
You don't think that's a problem, though?
I think it is a problem, 100%. Because why would you inject yourself with something that people will be like, it will help you, but you don't know what's in it?
Hey, listen. The last time they did that to us, they put crack and cocaine in communities, and it's just some good stuff. Come take it. Look what it did to people. I'm just saying, like the proofs of like how many times you gonna just trust somebody to tell you?
But even more to speak about what Nigel's speaking on. A lot of people feel more comfortable taking the vaccines that we don't have information on because we actually saw the effects of it. This vaccine was literally built or made right after the virus came through. So we're like, we need more time to actually see stuff go down before we can fully believe in what's going on. Because it's like, the virus just happened last year, and we didn't even act accordingly when we supposed to, and make sure we did the right thing to make sure we could shut the country down. Don't get in the crazy stuff. And then now 2 months later, we got a vaccine.
But whose fault is that? That's not the people's fault. That's not the people's fault.
But we so the same people.
It's not the people's fault, Trev. It's not the people's fault. I see your face.
The government is part of the people who's creating the vaccine, and we're supposed to quickly judge believing what they're saying. Just the same people who was telling us what they was telling us last year.
Nah, but this is crazy.
We can't all blame it on Trump.
Hold on.
Trump is a puppet.
Now this is crazy to me though. Like, can't, as a black man, say it's my body, it's my choice. Put that phrase in somebody else's mouth, and how powerful is it? It's like they look like if you even express yourself. I'm saying it now because this is how I feel. I don't need to sugarcoat it. I don't need to act like, this ain't who I am and walk around with a fake smile. I question it. And if I question it, people be looking at me like, "Yo, what's wrong with you?" And I'm like, "You know what's wrong with me? Tell me what's in it." And they be like, "Oh, I don't know." But I'm the crazy one. I'm crazy. I'm like, come on. I don't be wanting to make it an issue. I just be like, I just hope people will respect that. I don't want it.
The only reason why I'm agreeing to one day take it is because recently I tried to go, out the country and go to Mexico for my birthday, which was April 7th. You know what I'm saying? Say happy birthday to me if you haven't already. But I got curved because I flew in 14 days. So it's just like, I want to be able to make sure that I don't get curved again. And I also think after a while, they're going to make sure the vaccine, if you don't have the vaccine certification card, you can't go places.
No. What I'm trying to think, what did I see? I seen something recently that was like, that it's going to be mandatory. And I think it's an event. There's an event that's going on.
They just publicly announced that it's not. They canceled that thought, I think. I seen an article somewhere somebody posted. It said,
damn, it was something significant.
Biden says it won't be mandatory. The passport card, that's what it was.
The passport. But I think still the certification card of you actually getting the vaccine, it might be a certain case where it's if you want to go across the country or out the country, you're gonna still need that. I don't know if it's accurate right now, but I think over time they're gonna definitely make it where
of course
you need that certification card to do anything. And I don't want to get curved again because I'm hurt that I ain't get to go to Mexico.
I feel you. I mean, if it's nothing you can do. If they about to isolate you from society, if you have to get it, then there's nothing you can do. But
eventually, everyone is gonna have to get it. It's gonna be a part of kids, the younger generations. That's gonna be one of the immunizations. Have you had the COVID-19 vaccination shot?
Yo,
no. Okay, we'll get it.
This virus, right? It done killed more people rapidly than we ever seen before, right? It's pretty safe to say this is the most dangerous virus known to man.
Yeah.
How did we so quickly, 3 establishments have been able to find a cure for it?
It's not a cure. There's not a cure.
Oh, it's not so why we all need it then?
So you won't get it. So you won't get sick. So your body won't go through the trials and tribulations that other people have went through and died from. That's the point of the vaccine. But it's not a cure. It doesn't it's not eraser. You know what I mean? You can't just delete it. You know what I mean?
People, they sell fast food. People can eat fast food. It does nothing but clog your arteries and give you cancer. Legally, you could go buy that and kill yourself. And America don't care if you kill yourself. Now you concerned about the risk of my life? When it's nothing but fast food out here, Nigel. Are you seeing the perception I'm coming from?
No, I don't.
Austin, do you see where I'm coming from?
I see where you come from because I also look
listen what he's telling me to do it because it's in my best interest to protect myself.
Mm-hmm.
Right? People really care if you sick or not.
Okay.
They don't care if you go catch cancer, right? Or they care if you catch.
But that's more of abusing a substance, though. You can't. Just because it's there, they don't mean eat it every day. It's there, dab on it a little bit, but don't mean hammer it down every goddamn minute.
But
you
Nigel,
can't be mad at that.
Let's also bring it to this, not to be so much of when it comes to color and minorities, but there's almost nothing. We get killed by cops like it's nothing. But in this case, they want to save our lives when it comes to the vaccine. Why? Because us being cured saves their lives when it comes to white people. Let's just keep it real. So that's why they're so focused on us taking it. Because anything else, like he said, when it comes to us being obese, we're the number one obese country in the world, but they don't ever try to work on that. Like you said, with fast food.
That's what I'm saying is
Because
like this shit
it's making money. It's making it's yeah, you're right.
So
you're right.
Yeah, make money.
What is it really
I
about?
don't know who's profiting from that. Johnson & Johnson's profiting from it. Pfizer's profiting from it.
Who owns Johnson & Johnson?
Not the government. Not the government. Not the government.
Not black people. White people. Like.
What I'm saying is, all right, I'll go get that, right? Is America still gonna care about me? Are they still gonna protect me? Are they gonna make sure I'm healthy on the next day? No, they not.
I look at it as like
it's not that deep to you though. I
look at it as a business.
I do to a certain extent it makes sense, but I don't think that you can connect the two. You just can't. You can't.
I look at it
no, you just choose not to connect.
No, I can't. I don't see what you're saying. I understand it, but my psyche, I cannot be like, oh yeah, COVID.
All right, this is my spill, right?
I can't do that. Can't do that.
My mom passed away from cancer. She got worse after chemotherapy. Clearly, chemotherapy is a killer. Some people make it out of it.
Some people can't handle it. That's all it is.
Right. Some people don't know how your body's going to react to it. And it's whether or not you want to take the risk to take it or not. That shit killed my mom. I don't trust the doctor. I've seen other people take it and survive. They live.
But you can't have that much doubt. I understand based on your personal experience, but like I said, not everyone can handle that level of medicine. Not everyone can handle that.
Also, it's a proven fact that black women who are pregnant are not safe when it comes to hospitals. That they actually get killed more than actually being safe. It's a proven fact that black women with the medicine that the doctors give them are not safe in the hospital when it comes to being pregnant. So that's why a lot of them try to get like a one of those. What did Tiana Taylor have? Like basically somebody trying to help them give birth while they in their home. Because being in the hospital is
at home birth.
Yeah, but it's somebody who helps them, like Erykah Badu. I don't know the name of it, but it's basically like someone who helps you give birth while you're at home. It's like an actual a name for it. But a lot of black women are not. It's a proven fact that a lot of black women are not safe in the hospital based on the medicine that they give you while you're in the hospital, based on the statistics. So there's a lot of things that show and prove that there's reasons for black people to be skeptical of what the hospital and the government tells us when it comes to medicine and trying to treat symptoms of being sick. But I also understand if people feel like, yo, boom, I gotta take this vaccine to make sure I'm good. Because I personally, my mom had it, and she, like, you know what I'm saying, like, if 10 was to die, she was like at a 7. So I understand people being afraid of it.
So, but this is my thing though, right? Let's say I don't get vaccinated, right? I'm not vaccinated. I can still catch it or spread it. The person who is vaccinated can still catch it and spread it.
Go on.
So, like, who's being safe?
I told you, the vaccine prevents you from having the symptoms. So in theory, right? If everyone got the vaccine, right? But COVID is still out there. You can still test positive for COVID. But if everyone got the vaccine, they would not be showing any symptoms. Therefore, their body won't go through all that trauma or that stress, whatever you want to call it, and possibly kill them. That is why the vaccine is important. That's the sole reason why it's important.
Okay, I don't want to take so much time up on this, but I just want to know, is it proven that if you get it, that you will 100% not have any
You can't. I don't know.
I don't think it's 100%.
I don't think it's 100%, but it's close to.
It's the closest to what they can get right now.
Yeah,
that percentage still scares me.
It's over 90%. If that's what you're asking, it's over 90. If that helps.
Yes.
It needs to be over 99%. Like 99.3, I could,
Wait, yo, Trev. Is anything in this world over 99%?
My will to see tomorrow is over 99%. So I need that motherfucker to be over 99% too.
You mentioned the cop shit, right? I have to talk about this.
Let's talk about it.
Which one?
What the fuck is her name?
Which one? Which cop shit? Because you in the army, so I just want to know. So you in the army.
Whoa!
I seen something this weekend that happened with cops.
Alright, we could talk about that first, right? So, I don't know the facts. Trust me when I say this. So every day when I go to work, you know, we teach the class to the people that's on shift, like almost every day. And one day I was coming off of work and someone was teaching the class to her group of people. Anyways, I already when I heard about it, like, you know, you scroll through Facebook or IG and you see it and you're like, you read the caption, you're like, oh, alright. It was one of those. It was like, oh, alright. I didn't even watch it. I don't have to watch it. You don't have to watch it to know what's going on. And it's that sad that all you do is see it. You've seen it so many times. So I don't have to know, you know what I'm saying, what happened, you know, second by second, or what was said verbatim. You already knew what happened. If they don't say dead, then okay. But you already know something bad has happened. However, now, I know some of the events, you know, about the whole, he was inside the web, you know, OC, well, we call it OC spray, but, you know, pepper sprayed him down, blah, blah, blah. However, I didn't confirm this. I tried to confirm this before we came on. But, I've heard that it was a felony stop. A felony stop. And if you don't know, in the office, I'm not justifying, you know, what they did, because obviously it was excessive force. However, during the felony stop, there are some things that the officers have to take account for. I'm not saying what they did was right or anything like that, but that's just a little, you know, a little piece of information for those that didn't know that was a felony stop. However, even though it was, doesn't justify it. So that's really all I have to say about it. For real. It was obviously out of pocket, but yeah, that's all I have to really. That's my opinion on it.
As you being if I'm not mistaken, a military officer, correct? Is if somebody doesn't have actual plates, but they have it like in their rearview mirror, I believe it was. I'm not sure we actually had it.
The bag. It's in the bag.
In the bag. Does that change anything? Like,
it depends the state. It depends.
Okay.
It depends the state. It depends the jurisdiction. Depends on. It's just a lot of variables. But as long as it's visible, it's primarily. But if you see, you know what I mean. If cops see a car, no plate, you know what I mean.
Okay, yeah,
that's different.
I'm not gonna lie. I watched the video, and to kind of piggyback on what you said, I'm not justifying what the cop said, but just to be honest, as being a black person or a minority in any situation, I don't try to look at situations as like, you know, this is the law. I try to look at it like I gotta move a little bit different because the law doesn't abide to me. It's sad that I think that way, but that's how I think. And to be honest,
3/5 of a man.
Exactly. To be honest, like when I was watching the video, he was kind of moving like, "Hey, the law abides to me," which I get, because look, you serve in the military. It should definitely, you know what I'm saying, the whole conversation.
Oh, that's the okay. Nah.
Yeah,
I seen that video.
So
that's the dude that
when Colin Kaepernick Neal was like, "Hey, look, you know, this is not patriotic and this and that," and he was in the army, so it's like, yo, the cop should definitely show a little bit more respect to somebody in the military. But to be honest, when it comes to me, when I'm looking at the video, I'm like, yo, like,
yeah, like I seen that.
Day, like Shannon Sharp said, the uniform you got on as the military, yeah, cool. But one uniform you can never take off is the color of your skin, and they're gonna always see that. And when I thought about that, I was like, it's cool that you think like, yo, the law abides to me, but it don't, because at the end of the day, they're gonna always see you as a black person. And so that's what I thought.
Say something, because this coincides with what we was just talking about. And for the record, I want to say, I mean no disrespect to anybody who has lost anybody to COVID or anybody who has, had serious complications dealing with it. These are just my personal views. And if I'm putting anybody at risk, it's myself. Now, with that said, if the law is designed to keep us down, what makes you think the science ain't?
Elaborate.
The people controlling the government, is medical not tied into the government? Like,
no, I don't believe so. I don't believe so. I think it is, but it shouldn't. It should be its own entity. Because there's
because we pay taxes on that, right? Like, that's government.
You pay taxes on your health care, but you don't pay. How could I
They deduct it from your taxes.
It's the internet. Yeah, but it's the internet. When you think of the medicine field and the medical care field, whatever, it's an international thing on the big scale. Especially with like vaccines, for example, and people.
What is CDC?
Right. So it's on the international scale.
Is that a government agency?
I believe that's the international scale because they. Yeah, I don't think that's. Well, no, you're wrong. I'm wrong. It is ran by us because it goes back when Trump was like, "Yo, if y'all don't prove a vaccine, buddy, gonna get fired." so if he could say something like that, then it gotta be ran by the government. To some extent, though. To some extent, not 100% entirely, but I don't think. To answer your to go back on what you just said, I don't think it is. And for one, it shouldn't, because it's about the people. You taking care of the people. Damn, the government, it's you. You know what I mean? It's you.
So, is the police not to protect and serve the people?
Yeah, they are. That's their. That's the job.
It's just everything sounds like an oxymoron or a contradiction of its own.
It is their job.
Let me bring a perspective. All right. So clearly, centuries ago, maybe not even centuries ago, even still as we are here today, motherfuckers was racist, right? People was racist.
Well, they still are.
Right? So we was being oppressed as a nation, right? By the leaders of this free world. Where did they go? They just said, "Oh yeah, when the war we done, like, where did they go?" They didn't stop. They still here. Like, let's take the mob for example. The Italian. Now I'm not even gonna say Italian mob. I'm just gonna say the mob because I don't want them coming out. I ain't gonna say this on their behalf. Where did they go? They still here, right?
Yeah.
They just not on the scene. They ain't go nowhere. So where did the oppressors go? They just wearing a new face.
To speak on that, I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, yo, my taxes go to the NYPD for me to be scared of them. You ever thought about that?
It's the tax. Yeah, yes. It's civil services.
That get paid out, that get taken out of my check go to somebody who I'm afraid of. I pay people to scare me.
I ain't afraid of nobody. For the record, I ain't afraid of nobody.
I respect you.
But I understand. You know what I mean? I understand. Maybe well, that'll be very dumb of me to be like, maybe because I know the job, because I do. But
hey, education is definitely, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I don't want to say it like that and make it seem like I'm defending, what some of these cops are doing. I just know, I know the job, so sometimes I can be like, you know what I'm saying?
This is my thing is these people exist in every corner of existence. Like, to think that these oppressors that still exist, they police officers. One of them can't be a doctor.
But back to Nigel's point, you have a right to think like that because you educated on how the system works. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want you to ever think like, I know something is, you have the right to feel a way about the way you feel because you're educated definitely more than the average person. Like we were speaking on with COVID earlier. the average person doesn't know the true information about what's in the vaccine. So because you're in your situation and you have the education that's higher than the average person,
Like,
you have the right to feel and think the way you feel. So I don't want you to ever think you're wrong on that. You definitely
no. It's just like, you know, when you rub people the wrong way.
Yeah.
But see, like, say if I was to speak on vaccine, I say something, people would be like, but you're not a doctor, right? Now, say somebody, they go outside and they protesting about injustice, and somebody puts a turn and be like, yo, but you're not a lawyer. You ain't the judge.
You got a point.
Come on.
But I'm educated. That's what they could say.
But we campaigning Black Lives Matter, right? Because you know what I'm saying? Like, I just wish people would have this stance, the same stance and integrity in all avenues of life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we
Keep the same energy.
That's what I'm saying. Don't nickel back now and be like, oh, they told me to do it, so I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? I just wish people would have that same education and same care.
Right.
And when it comes to the decisions you make in your health life, you know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna be going down a route being health conscious or anything, but that's far off into the rabbit hole.
But that's also to the point where, like, I just feel like people don't want to take the time to educate themselves because it's just like it takes so much time to educate yourself. It's just like, yo, I gotta really sit down and look up some stuff. It's like, yo, I'd rather watch the versus battle, or I'd rather watch an NBA basketball game rather than actually educate myself on something.
Nah, the times are like crazy. Like, imagine you trying to learn, like, all right, we in the middle of a pandemic. I need to know what to do with my body, and then you gotta worry about you gonna vote for Joe Biden or Donald Trump. Like, come on, like, you know how much of a task your brain gotta be at? Like, yo, that's
only
crazy.
you. Yo, you funny. Only you. You're funny. That's funny. But you right.
The world is crazy right now.
It is.
Speaking of the world being crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like, we lost a good one who we really all loved. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Before we get to that,
Uh-huh.
the second, damn, that one that caught me by surprise. The second cop shit I want to talk about. Old lady that said it was an accident. I was reaching for my taser. From experience, my man.
Wait, tell me. You gotta give some more source on that. What happened? What you talking about?
The lady, I believe it's Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the thing that happened like a couple miles from George Floyd.
Yes.
Right. Female cop
The
killed
next
black.
city over.
Female cop killed black dude, and it was like, I don't know. Again,
for him having an air freshener, something like that.
I don't know.
Freshener, and it was also I believe it was something else. And then when they also searched him down and gave his information in, he actually had a warrant for, I believe, he had to go to a court case. But supposedly they sent, you know, since it's COVID, the court case was supposed to be like virtual, but they sent the virtual information to the wrong address. That's what I'm hearing. I'm not too sure if it's correct.
So open warrant, court case. Cool. I never knew that. It don't mean anything. Because, yes, it's an open warrant. Again, you got to understand how these things go. Open warrant's pretty serious. And then when a cop on scene gets the information and it's like, oh, he has an open warrant, they don't really tell you all the time what it's for. I understand leading up, almost leading up. But to say you thought it was your taser,
ain't your taser on the complete opposite side?
Your pistol's on your dominant side.
That's what I'm saying. So how could you get
your taser is on your opposite. So, but that's not even the point. The feel, the construction of the two is so different. It ain't no way you thought taser. It ain't no way. Maybe you just blacked out. Maybe you just blacked out. Because when people fight, they black out. They be like, oh shit, I ain't even knew I elbowed boy. You know what I mean? Like,
I was able to actualize you because I actually watched the video not long ago, and she had the actual gun in her hand for at least 30 seconds to a minute before she actually shot the gun. So I was thinking, like, can you not tell? Hey, I have this in my hand. This is a gun. Before I realized,
heavy, a loaded gun. Like, come on.
It's heavy. It's blinky, boy. Like, yes, the shit is heavy. It's not light. It's just, and it's not the first time I seen this. When I was in college, I don't remember what class it was, but we actually went over this before then. Like, it was some years ago. Old white cop killed. He didn't actually kill him. I think he just shot a dude. It was he thought it was his taser. Now go back to training. If she thought that was her taser, right? Then based off her training, she would have been like, if anyone who deploy their taser, they're supposed to call it out, like taser, taser, taser. They're supposed to do that. That's
she did.
She did. So she called taser, taser, and shot her gun. Come on, dude. Nah, I'm not hearing it.
I watched too many shows, and police officers know what they can get away with.
But it's cap. That's cap. You cannot say, unless the construction of a taser is the same as a pistol, you cannot say you thought. It ain't no way I'm accepting. It ain't no way I'm accepting that. You cannot say that a taser and a pistol feel the same. You can't.
She is definitely wrong. But to speak what Trev and me was talking about earlier about keeping the same energy as when it comes to black people, we gotta understand that the law don't abide to us. I watched the video. I'm not saying this justifies him getting shot, but I would just say to all black people out there, if you were getting stopped by the cops, I need you to abide to whatever they say to make sure that somehow, in some way, you have the best probability of getting home. I'm not saying what he did was right or wrong because I watched the video and it kind of seemed like he kind of fought it a little bit. I'm not saying that adds to anything. I'm just saying for any black person out there, I want you to understand, like, the law does not work for us and it's not for us. And the best thing for you to do in any situation with a cop is to try your best to listen to everything and abide to everything they say so you can hopefully and possibly make it home to your family.
I mean, and what really irks me too is sometimes there's people out there that because of all these events that's going on with cops, there's people that will fucking instigate it, and that shit pisses me off. Like, when you be like, when you just the boy, back in the day when you get rowdy for no reason, it's people like that. Motherfuckers are dying. You feel me? Motherfuckers are dying, and you being rowdy for no reason. Sometimes it's for no reason. That's not helping it. It's not helping.
Nah, but you know what's serious though? Like it needs to be a light shed on this and awareness on how COVID-19 is really the number one killer because people are killing themselves in this pandemic. I've heard, like, bro, the list of people that I know personally that have died during the pandemic, whether it been to COVID, gun violence, or whatever, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's a fact.
It is.
I've never seen, like, out here in the Bronx, it's like feeling like back in 2010. Like,
but you had to watch dude if he had a cane. You know what else he had?
No, seriously, bro. I ain't gonna
front.
Canes
back in the day. What? You seen him with a cane, you crossed the street.
I was about to say, you seen three people with a cane, it's like...
Speaking of 2010, though, on a light note, to get out of this dark conversation we was in, I might buy me a BB belt.
Man,
BB sign. What, shine like a peppermint?
Like a disco. Shining like a disco. Yo, I ain't gonna front. Yo, them Jones is fire. Yo, I was looking at the website. I was like, yeah, this is...
How much do they really go for? Like, realistically?
Yo, anywhere between 200 to like 400. Like how iced out you want yours to be.
But you know what's crazy? I thought them shits was 800. Yeah, I thought they was like a stack, two stack.
Back then they was a little more expensive back then, I think, or at least in fluctuation in cash. I think like it was a lot back then.
What categorizes a real BB?
You gotta get it straight from BB Simon. Get it from the site.
I ain't gonna
Some people are doing that.
I got the $20 one when I was a youngin. I ain't gonna hold you.
Nah, that wasn't worth getting your ass beat. To go get a fake BB.
I got the $20 one right over Hunts Point when it first came out.
Out of everyone you seen with one, do you think the majority of those are real?
Nah.
The real ones was passed around like a thought. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say this. I ain't gonna say Ball name and embarrass him. But I remember Ball he left Fendi belt. Or maybe it was a Louis Vuitton belt. One of the two. It was black and gray. That's all I remember. Now, at the time, me and Bull had split mutual parties. Like, he wasn't coming back for this. So I was like, oh, it's mine now. You feel me? So,
he came back?
Nah, he ain't come back for it. Whatever was left, it was no longer his property. It's now mine. That's what I'm saying. So I go get this vibe, looking at it. Oh, buckle fall right off of it. I'm like, nah. Pick it up. Look at the buckle. It didn't even say France. It said made in Francis. Nah, how he get the Stevie franchise Louis Vuitton collab? I don't even know.
Made in Francis is hilarious.
I'm done.
And when I seen it, I was like, wow, I really thought he had a real belt. No.
I don't think it's worth it. And you know what's crazy? Cool
though, as an adult, I can afford one. I wanted to.
Who as a teenager? I mean, some of them was, they was doing what they do. Hello?
I was about to say, as a teenager.
Nah, yeah. I guess it would have been smart to get a fake one because it was going around the streets like the hardcore.
You wasn't asking your mom for one. You know what I mean? Hey, mom, can I get one of these? You had to come up somehow.
I used to come up, but like
somebody was asking their mom for that, and they was getting.
So this is what happened with me before BB Simon was lit. It just first came out, and then like on Hunts Point, just like the I Love New York shirt, it was like the thing you can buy. So I bought it for $20, and then when you found out about it, like, oh, it's lit. Okay, now you can buy the real one. I was like, oh, I didn't know mine was fake. I threw mine in the garbage. I had the money for the real one. I'm like, I really about to spend $200, $400, $800 on a belt.
That you wasn't wearing properly.
See, that's why I'm like, yo, I would wear one today because I would actually use it to keep my pants up, and it wouldn't be like all icy. I get the little regular black chrome John, little bedazzle on the buckle, but that's about it. I wasn't gonna get too fancy, but I'm like, yo, that is alright. Yeah, but back then, I seen Bo get spun out his belt.
I'm not spending $800 just to get beat up. That's what I thought.
I'm not ridiculous. Doing. I can't do it. Not for no belt. It was crazy too.
Nah, back then it was crazy. I was like the Wild Wild West out here in the Bronx. Like, you couldn't wear a merm.
Don't let it be a different color than black or blue. Let it be a pretty color like lime green or orange or yellow. Oh yeah, they gonna see you. They gonna see you.
The Mermonts, the Montclairs. Ooh,
You know what's crazy though? I mentioned merm to my girlfriend, and she was like, "A merm? What's that?" And I showed her. She's like, "Oh, a marmot."
Never even heard it called that. That's funny.
Yeah, she's like, "There's no E in there. Why you call it a merm?" I was like, "You had to be there."
we so ghetto. You had to be there. That's a fact.
You had to be there.
Had to be there.
Rest in peace, my man DMX, man. That's crazy. It's crazy. No, I was at the range shooting my info. And when I got the news.
Oh, yo, when I went to Miami, I loaded up the MP5. That's nice right there.
The what?
MP5.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna, we're gonna do it for the live. Hold on.
I don't know what's going on.
And I had to bring the target back with me.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I was lighting him up.
Let me see.
We got a little ripped up from
Come
traveling
on.
back with me and all that. But you
He
feel
said
me? You see
headshot. One to the head.
the
duck.
face ain't there no more. See what happened.
Was that your first time shooting? Oh, okay. Cinemas.
Ooh.
You feel me? I shot. What that say? Oh, I just ripped it. A Brugger and Tomet APC 9, HK MP5, a 9mm sub, and you know I had to shoot the Glock. 17 though, Glock 17.
Hey, Glocks are Glocks though. That was your first time.
Gonna block.
That was your first time shooting.
The
Like shooting those type of weapons.
I was say
yeah. I ain't gonna front. Going in, I was a little nervous because I'm like, yo, I shot the hammer before, so 007. But I'm like,
GoldenEye.
yeah. I get in there, dude's like a vet from like whatever. Everybody in there's like vets. He's like talking to us, coaching us through it. He's like, all right, so let me see what you got. He's like, put it on semi first. I put it on semi, tapping. He's like, all right, put it on automatic. Lighting the target up. It's like not even moved. The bullet just going through the same hole. He's like, yo, I'm about to go get you an AK-47, see if you can still do that. I'm like, yo, come on, man. I'm Rambo. But I ain't gonna front. Going first, I was like, yo, heart was pumping. I'm like, yo, what the kickback?
That's the thing. Whenever you shoot a rifle or a submachine gun, even, especially shotguns, you always nervous when it's your first time shooting. You're like, damn, what if I fucking wing it? Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, it is kind of nerve wracking. But once you do it that one time, you like, go ahead.
Yeah, once the shot I was like, oh, that's it. And then I knew once I put it on automatic, I just had to like put my chest into it a little bit, like not anticipate it, but like know to give it a little tilt so that it's not rocking me back. So I just had it there, like I was lighting it up. I was having a blast.
Would you go again?
Yes, most definitely. And you know, I'm not really pro guns like that. Like,
Copy.
but I ain't gonna front. Shooting that sub, I was like, yo,
It's a thrill.
I might need one of those in the crib. Like, MP5 might have to need that. Legit, of course, though. You know, like
Do customs and
get right residency and stuff like that. But yo, that thing spit. I had to been like a refugee soldier in my past life.
How much was it?
It was like $140 a person, depending on the package. Like everybody had to pick their own package. Like the other range I went to before, it was like we all could have shot the same gun. We just had to have our own rounds.
Okay.
This one, everybody had to have their own package, like because they only shoot mainly semi-automatics and automatic weapons. But they have like pistols, but most of the pistols are like semi-automatic too. So they had like these whole packages. It was like $140, I think, was the one I got, and then I added the Glock on for like $30. I just had to.
The Glock is viable.
That sound lit. I might have to do that one day.
It was Isaac's birthday, so they let him shoot the 50 cal.
50 cal what? There's a lot of 50 cals, Trev.
Rifle.
Sniper? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Negro. It sounded like a bomb went off.
Yeah, because it was an indoor range, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's confined. So if I shoot my pistol right now, you know, it's gonna be loud as hell because I'm in this room. But when you go outside, however, that shit is still loud outside. It's a 50 cal.
Nah,
it's a
nigga,
50
I
cal.
felt that. Like, it went off, and it's like time froze for me for a second. And I just got hit with like force, and I was just like, "Yo, what happened?" Where we at? But then the guy was saying, like, yo, if you stand directly behind the shooter, you're going to feel it more than the person shooting it.
I've shot a 50 before. Not a sniper 50, obviously. But, yeah, it's some kick.
Heard the real shooter, word to Steph.
Yeah.
Then my other boy shot the Gold Desert Eagle.
Shoot a shotgun. That should change your life. It will
I
change
don't
your
know
life.
if I'm ready for that.
The kick is such. The anticipation is crazy. Like your heart, you just know what's gonna. You know what I mean? You just know it, and you just gotta be ready for it. The first time I shot a shotgun, I almost fell. Not because the kick. It was I was overly anticipating.
And you was like pushing into it.
Yeah, and then I was almost gave out.
See how
but
he
it's not that.
He like, I don't want to sound pussy, yo. I ain't fall because I was weak.
I almost, and yeah, but it's shooting is definitely fun. It's definitely fun. It's a nice little stress reliever.
I gotta do that one.
Whatever, you just go to the range. Let's put some rounds down range. You know what I mean? I was there last week. You know what I mean?
I gotta do that.
I feel like everybody should be trained. Not everybody, but just like
You never know.
you never know when you might have to be the safety.
Everybody should be trained in vaccinated.
Yeah.
Not Johnson and Johnson.
Not Johnson and Johnson.
Not that baby so.
Not the blood clot.
Yeah, Johnson. They gonna have to get their act together.
He said, yo, this shampoo is so crazy, it cured COVID.
Johnson is
Put that head and shoulders in a little syringe. Watch this. Johnson and Johnson went crazy. They gotta relax.
They
I don't want to
definitely
see
did.
them on the medical market.
And no time soon. They need to take a break. Take a break. Sit down.
No, retire.
Get out.
Final opinion, Austin. What you got?
Final opinion, like, look, it's your life. Do what you want. You know what I'm saying? Don't always just trust in this medical system because you never know what's going on. Find all the information and educate yourself before you do anything.
Yeah, Trev.
Hey, get vaccinated if you feel like. You know? But have some dignity. I feel like I say that a lot on the end of everything. Have some dignity.
Get vaccinated. It's going to affect the person to your left and to your right. That's one. Two, go Yankees. They losing right now, but it is what it is. It's early in the season. Third, do your research before you assume or make accusations, because sometimes you don't even know. Educate yourself. Educate yourself, people.
The Knicks suck.